Hey. Greetings. Hello, salutation, whatever you want to say. Hello. Guys, what I'm going to say today, I want you to really think about it. Really want you to reflect on your personal life and on the lives that you've impacted around you. Now, when I get on here and I talk about these things, it's not for likes or for comments or to stir up dissension. It's literally because I want you to be aware if you're doing some of these things or if you see others experience, how do you deal with it, and where is the nature of it coming from, and how can you better serve your brother or sister in the Lord. So what I want to talk about today, because it was in a group setting last night, a group of people that we mentor each other, and we were talking about this, and it's very clear that this is an issue right now in society, especially in the Christian community. I'm going to say this, kind of jumpstart what I want to talk about. Y'all ready? I hope you're ready. The people you throw away today may be the very people that God sent you to help you in your life. The people that you throw away today could be the very people that God sent in your life to help you. We get so caught up in what society say friendship should look like and the people we should hang out with and all that stuff, that we miss key important things. Key important things like, what is the purpose of God in our friendships, in our relationship? What is the purpose of it all? Because God clearly has a purpose for it, but you don't seek it because you don't see them as valuable as you need them to be, or the value you had for them has diminished because you found someone more valuable, or you think you found someone more valuable. See, this is happening all over. It's what's the next big thing syndrome, I call. You are okay with these people, and then the next big people come along and you skip to them, and it goes on and on. It is a cycle in society. It is a cycle. And we argue with children, or argue the case with children, about the bullying and about all those things, when clearly they're learning it from the adults to be cliquish and to be bullying, because all this stuff is still a form of bullying, and it's still a form of cliques. Whether you want to admit it to or not, it is. When you consider yourself to be more than anybody else and you can only hang out with these people, that's cliquish. It's very cliquish. Now, I'm not saying you should hang out with everybody, because clearly that's not the case. But when it becomes cliquish and become cultish, it's a problem. It's a problem. I have the same friends. You'll see me hanging out with the same people, but I'm always open to other friendships. You'll see me hanging out with the same friends. I have the same friends for 40 years, and we've been friends. We are sisters. We are families. Our families have become family because we built relationship, and we didn't get there because everything was good. There's times where we disagreed. There's times where we had to say harsh words to each other. There's just times where correction had to come to each other. There's times where the storms came and tried to tear our friendships up. But because of the grace of God and the purpose of God of our friendship, we made it through. We are now in our 50s and 60s, and we are still friends. We're not throwing each other away. We do not devalue each other at all. And we don't see each other one better than the other. And I'm not looking to get rid of them. We've been through the storms together. We've been through births and deaths and family crisis together. These are the people that weathered the storm. But society is so quick to tell you to throw people back, and you're not willing to weather the storm, and you won't get the pure goal because you're so busy trying to skip to the next big thing. The next big thing, especially if you're a leader. These things should not be happening. If you are a leader, these things are a no-no. They're really a no-no because you're creating your own division inside of your own organization. And if you're too proud to even notice it, then your leadership skills should be questioned. It should be questioned. And these are things that are not talked about enough. Now, we talk about them in our circles, in the circles that I'm around. We talk about these things. And we talk about how do we include other people. Now, I know you say, well, you can't just go at it. Yeah, you can go at it, people. And when people come in that cause an issue or cause a problem, you deal with it right then and there. You don't let it fester. You don't let it linger on. When you immediately see the problem, you immediately address it right then and there. You don't wait. You don't go talking to other people about it. You don't gossip about it. You don't do any of that stuff. You immediately handle it. This hearsay, she say, they say, we say, no. You bring everybody into a group setting and you discuss this. This is how you get through major things. But people aren't willing to work these things out anymore. And it is bad because you don't get the goal unless you went through some serious things within your friendships, within your relationships. I learned this from my parents. In 2017, when my father died, my mother and father had already been married for 63 years. They had been married for 63 years already. And I remember asking them questions as I was growing. And the one thing that they said to me is that this wasn't always glamour and glitz. We had our issues. We had our problems. We worked through them. We weathered the storm. And being in the house with them, I seen things, of course, that would happen. And I'm like, wow, how did you make it through? Because you get the gold when you go through these things. You get the oil when you've overcame some things. And you get an opportunity to sow into each other. You don't be quick just to throw the baby out with the bathwater. That's an old saying for you that don't know that. That's an old saying. You don't just throw the baby out with the bathwater. You get an opportunity to help shape someone's life, and someone gets an opportunity to help shape your life. I am so grateful that no one threw me away when I was going through my growing period. Now, some people did, and that's on them. But the people that stuck with me and helped me come through major issues and major things in my life that really meant something because they seen the value in what God was doing in my life and they understood some things. Oh my God. I'm so grateful. So they get to benefit from the goal. They get to benefit from what God is doing in my life. They get to walk with me and I get to walk with them. But if you go throwing the baby out with the bathwater, you don't get to celebrate the goal. You don't get the golden ticket. You don't get a front row seat. Now, I'm saying these things because I want you to look at yourself. And if you're the one that's doing these things, I'm checking you right now. And we need to check ourselves because trust me, I'm not telling you anything that I don't do myself. I'm checking myself as well. I'm always checking myself. And I'm always checking with my friends, even though we've been friends for over 40 years, literally. I'm always asking, are we good? Are we cool? But I'm always calling them and telling them, I thank you. I love you. You're beautiful. I'm so grateful for you. I appreciate you. I value you. Even though they probably know that after 40 something years, but I reaffirm that. I make sure that ain't nothing shifted or changed or they feeling some type of way because we are women and We're menopausal stages and things could change and happen. So we make sure that we're good, we're solid. And we have other friends outside of our friendship, and we make them feel welcome as well. If one of my friends bring one of her friends around, I'm going to treat her well because I love my friend and I honor and respect her. So I'm telling you, if you're the ones doing these things, stop it. But if you're that friend that's weathering the storm and you guys been cool and y'all been holding each other, I celebrate you today, because it takes a lot, because there's personalities and character traits and things that just happens within friendships that could cause major harm. But you're weathering it out. You're willing to weather it out. And I can tell you, it's not you, it's God, because you guys have found the God purpose in your friendship. In your friendship. The God purpose. When the God purpose and the God assignment is discovered, great things happen. Great things happen. And I want you to be reminded of that. And I want you to take that and learn from that and build from that. And always ask, what is the God purpose of our friendship? What is the God anointing and mantle on our friendships? Because there is. What are we're supposed to do that is so great? Look at Jonathan and David in the Bible. Great friendship. Their friendship was so tight, so strengthened that Jonathan went against his own father for the friendship, because he knew that there was a God purpose for the friendship. God purpose. Oh my goodness, there's too many to name. You study it for yourself, but more importantly, study yourself. Study yourself so that you'll know who you are, that you're solid first in knowing who you are and who God in you and what God has called you to do and your God purpose. And then you bring that to the table to others. I love you guys. Be bold and unique. Bold and unique. Rip off every label placed on you by others, especially the ones that you place on yourself. And remember that our Papa in heaven says that you are fearfully and wonderfully made, meaning you were made with care. There was special attention made when God was making you. Be fruitful and multiply.